Okay, well, thank you, QUECWANs, for coming back in. Eamon Doss is my name, as you know, founder and operator of QUECWA. And I think most of you will realize that last week I held a presentation at the Vines Resort in the Swan Valley on generative AI and the fact that it's the big changer for small business. And I covered how it sort of works. I spoke about what you could do, what you could create, the difference it makes, all the wonderful stuff. And a part of that was how to create your own chatbot. Now, chatbots or online support or personal assistants, whatever you want to call them, they have a bit of a bad name at the moment because they're not very functional. Sometimes you're asking questions to and fro, and then all they do is redirect you to a human. So you've wasted 10 minutes type thing. But that is all about to change, because with ChatGPT-4, we're going to have the ability for conversational chatbots, and they will be very meaningful. ChatGPT Enterprise is about to come out for larger businesses, and that will have chatbots everywhere. So I thought it was important to show how easy it is, and it is easy, to make a chatbot, your own chatbot with your own company's products and services and all of that sort of thing. So I had the presentation. We had a 10-minute break in between. So I described how to create your own chatbot. And when we came back for the second half, I said to everybody, did you feel how easy it was to set one up? And I'm thinking to myself, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if one of them could maybe spend the next week or so looking at it and come up with one? And one lovely lady, Kay Macchioni, who I have here today, has very kindly joined us. She said, I created one during the break, and honestly, I nearly fell off my seat. It was fantastic. So let me say hello to Kay. Kay, how are you?
I'm fabulous, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm really well. I call you, from now on, I'm going to call you Kay the Chatbot Builder.
Okay, or the quick chatbot builder, as the case may
Well,
be. Yeah. I was just following instructions. I was just following what you had in your presentation. It was so easy.
Yes, look, it's fantastic. I am still amazed at what you achieved, and congratulations, and I applaud you wildly on that. But just tell me exactly what you did.
Well, I literally just followed the instructions. So I think I hopped on to FastBots and I had to sign up an account, and it was only, one chatbot I was creating. So it was a free account. So that was pretty easy. I just put in a couple of details. And then I had ChatGPT on my phone. So I went back to ChatGPT because FastBot asks you for some websites to reference.
Of course, yes.
Yes, I run a online radio station that is aimed at improving the confidence in tech for seniors. So we play, music for seniors and then this tech. So I went back to ChatGPT and said, can you give me a list of 10 websites where you would find the answers to tech questions for seniors? It gave me a list of 10. I was able to knock out 2 because I knew that they weren't particularly relevant. So then I grabbed the other 8 and I put it into the FastBot profile. And I almost immediately had a little chatbot set up. So curiously, at that point in time, when I was asking it questions, which I was asking while you were doing your presentation, sorry, because I was multitasking.
I noticed you on the phone.
My phone, yes. Every teacher's nightmare is that kid that's on their phone. They think you're on social media, but I was actually creating a chatbot. So then I linked it to our own website because we have all of our past show notes on the website. And rather than saying something fairly generic, like we're not entirely sure, but we think, it would just come up with the answers. So I was sitting there asking it all these tech questions that a senior would ask, like, what is a podcast? Or, how do you increase the text size on your phone? And it was just coming back with all the answers. So I was absolutely amazed. And this had all happened in maybe, was it half an hour? That it took me to actually set up this thing. And then when I got home in the following week that you mentioned, I flicked it onto my website, and that was a simple process. So
Wow.
I've spoken to a few people about it since, because I've been quite proud, and I've told them the story, obviously, about your system and a seminar and how easy it was to follow and being able to, come away with a chatbot. And people have been a little bit negative about having a chatbot on the website
Yes.
until I point out that they have the option of both. It's not just that you have a chatbot. You can use that first if you want to, or you can ask a human. And that choice is perfect. Why have just one option when you can have two? So
Well,
I'm loving
yeah.
it. And I will go to the chatbot to get answers for information that we then later use. So if we're going to do a show piece, we do these things called snippets on our radio show. I can actually go and say, what is a podcast on my chatbot? It gives me my answer, and then I can go away and expand upon that to make it part of our radio show. So it's this wonderful cycle of genius. So I'm absolutely loving it.
Look, that's wonderful. And I might add, the chatbot builder is from fastbots.ai.
Yes.
And we
make
will
sure you put the S on it, because fastbot doesn't work. It's fastbots with an S.
Yeah. Yes, I found that out as well. There must be a reason why they put the S on fastbots. But we are going to be sending a copy of this YouTube video to Jason at Fastbots. And Jason is just wonderful. He does, I was about to say weekly presentations, but he does them about 3 times a week. He's magnificent, and I listen to all of his work. And 2 questions I have for you. One, do you have a coding background?
No, not at all.
No,
I'd consider myself an IT professional, but only in terms of providing guidance and advice, more of a help desk role, but no coding at all. No. You didn't need any. The process to follow it in was absolutely simple. It's a bit like these days setting up a website on something like, Canva or Weebly or one of those places. It was just very simple. Answer the questions and press the button to make it go. It was really simple.
Oh, Jason's going to be loving that answer.
Well, I got to give him kudos for making it so simple. That was just remarkable. And for you, for your instructions, because your instructions were obviously very clear as well.
You're so kind. Thank you very much. And the second point, I was wondering if we could have a quick look at what you've done.
Oh, yes, indeed.
If you could share your screen, you should be able to. Yes, we can see. Yes, we can. If you could talk us through what that is.
Yep. So this is our website for our radio, and I've already had a box there where you can ask Tony a question. So you put in your name, details, and email the question. And now I have this option for a chatbot, which is what we created and I whacked in there. So it says, do you have a tech or IT question for the Mite Radio chatbot? And I can type in there a question like, what is a podcast, for example? And it will take a couple of seconds to have a think about it. And there's your answer.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Simply that easy. So I'm very excited about how easy that's going to make life, not only for us, but for our listeners and the people who come to our website to find answers quickly and easily, especially if they don't want to bother a human yet. They just have a quick answer, a quick question. And then, of course, if there's something more involved, then they can follow it up and ask the human, or in this case, Tony, for more information.
Fantastic.
The options are just, the options ongoing are amazing. Like, I'm involved in other projects as well, and each one of them I'm thinking about how we can incorporate chatbots now into the websites that we do. I'm involved with a conservation park, so there's so much that we can do there. And looking at the music, in the future, being able to analyze spreadsheets and then have the bot come back with your answers. I mean, it's an amazing world.
Well said indeed, Kay. I mean, I am still in amazement and amusement at what you've achieved. It's fantastic. And I think you're right. These kiosks that we used to have around the place where you can find out shopping centers and things like that, now it all changes with the conversational style of a chat GPT. Plus, of course, with a little bit of extra additional programming, you can not only have conversational, but you have conversational and actionable.
Yep.
Well, and what's your website address for Mite?
We are miteradio.com.au, which is MITE, short for making IT easy. So Mite Radio.
Mite Radio, indeed. Well, let's all log on to My Radio, and we can listen to many interviews, music, and relax.
Perhaps more importantly, connect your parents or your grandparents to Mite Radio, because go and set it up for them so they can listen. That's the demographic. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it's and the demographic is like 60 plus or 70.
Well, 45 through to 85.
Yes.
But yes, it's for people who didn't grow up in a tech generation, and we tell lots of funny stories about the most stupid parts of technology and the innovation of technology as well. So it just, it make tech a little bit fun, like not so scary.
Well, it all goes back to the usual support question: is it plugged in?
Yeah.
But Kay, once again, congratulations on number one. Congratulations on getting Mite Radio up and running. That's because it's all really new, isn't it?
It is. Yes, only a couple of months. Yes. So we're growing in leaps and bounds and really enjoying it.
Well, I can't wait to get on there and use the ChatBot. It's amazing. And thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.